What is up, recruits? Welcome back to a very special episode of Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4, our campaign to Nuke Canada. So let's just do a quick recap. It's been a couple of days since I've played now, and I just want to kind of see where we're at. So last time I remember we left off, we were looking at fabricating claims against some of our other European neighbors. Now my thought process initially was, the Netherlands is sort of the leader of the Allies now, and they're the ones sort of guaranteeing independence for a lot of these fuckers. But the problem is, I was going to play a game and just like cancel justification and let them waste all of their points. I don't think it matters, because I think what's going to happen with the Allies having been formed and world tension so high, I think what will end up happening is anybody we declare war against will already automatically just join the Allies. So no matter what we do at this point, the next war is going to drag in all the Allies. So we've already won World War II. We beat Britain, we beat the UK, and the entire alliance capitulated. So right now, we're looking at what's the next move to start World War III, and how are we going to do that? So the first thing I think we need to do, considering we know who the Allies are, so British Raj is going to be a problem, Canada will be a problem, those motherfuckers. How's the US doing? 52% fascist, and they have an election this year. November 1940, we're in January 1940, so this is going to be a key year. So at the end of this year, they're going to have an election and hopefully elect a fascist faction. That would be amazing, and that would give us one less thing to have to worry about. And if that happens, we're also going to have to worry about South Africa, because they're going to be part of the Allies as well. Otherwise, besides Belgium, who I don't think is part of the Allies. No, they're nobody. They have nobody. But again, if we declare war, they will join the Allies. So that's a problem. And Australia, don't care about. France is down here. Vichy France. Yeah, so basically, except for Belgium and South Africa, all of Africa is under control, and we've got most of Europe. Well, I guess, I don't know, most of Europe, about half of Europe, between us, Vichy France, Italy, who is part of our Axis, and these guys? Yeah. Bulgaria, known for their enormous bulges in their pants. So I think the next move is going to be attacking Poland. We need this territory, we need the factories, and we need the factories because if we're going to get on building nukes in the next year or so, we're going to have to be able to build nuclear reactors. And nuclear reactors are going to take a ton of civilian factories. And we just don't have enough civilian factories to support that right now. But we need to bolster what we're going to do before that. So let's just take a quick peek at what we have. Who's ready to head over? So we need to create a new Panzer Division. We'll get Rommel back in action after unfortunately losing his entire force in an ill-conceived invasion of France. So we'll get you off. You can join him. Who are you attached to? You're attached to nobody. So all you bad boys go over here. Oh, but you're not done training. Does it matter? Well, we have time right now, so we might as well put him back in training. Okay, never mind. Rommel, you get one tank. You can personally drive the tank. You go personally guard that border for me. Much appreciated. Let's take a real quick look at some of our divisions as well. So we already got this guy to combat with 20. So we've got 3 medium tanks, 4 light tanks, and some motorized infantry. So that's pretty good. I think that's a good mix. As well as artillery, engineers, recon, and so on. Let's take a look at these divisions. So they're combat with 18. Maybe we should add some artillery to these guys. 21. So if we remove one, 19, 22, 20. Perfect. It seems, maybe, I don't know if this is just universal, but it seems like when you're attacking, the battlefield's combat with always seems to be in multiples of 20. So if your division is sort of off of that, you don't necessarily get to attack at full strength. And then I think we'll add recon to you. Recon seems to be one of the better ones. And we'll just save that as our base infantry template. So then all of our infantry will eventually upgrade to that. Okay, so the policing division. You're going over here still. Should we create a separate one? I almost wonder if we should create a separate one for the police, so we can better. I mean, the police don't have to be trained. I don't think it adds to their suppression, and they're not going to be doing any fighting. So maybe we won't waste We won't waste the whatever. Waste the material. So you can, yeah, go to Hanover. So the police will come out of Hanover. And if we're going to be taking over Poland and such, we're probably going to need more. Let's go shift and we'll add another line of these. Do we want more panzers? Yeah, we're only building 3 at a time. I don't think that's going to be sufficient. So I'll add 5 of those. We're going to be taking a lot of factories, so we definitely will be able to put this to use, but we need to crank out the tanks much faster, I feel. Now let's organize our air wing. So if Poland is our target, but Poland's going to be our target, but that's also going to drag these guys in, so we have to be kind of aware. I want to just trash all of our air wings. Let's just start from scratch. We captured a bunch of crazy shit as well. We might as well put it to use. So go away. Everybody go away. Back into storage. We'll drape you in a tarp. We got you guys to all join up. And convoy escort. Yes. You can convoy escort all of that, I suppose. Okay, so Air Force. Let's see. This is a giant airfield. So let's add a wing of... let's add all the carrier guys. So we got a shitload of carrier guys. Let's do that. And we won't reinforce any higher. So there's going to be 200 carrier fighters. And let's add... what do we have else? Naval bombers. We don't need naval bombers when it's over war. Or over land, rather. But we do want some. Maybe we'll just throw the interwar bombers on there. Tactical bombers. And then you can reinforce up to... yeah, 300 sounds good. Does that work? Oh, shit. Fuck. Okay, hang on. I forgot to click OK. So tactical... up to 300. Okay. There we go. Okay, so we're going to have 200 fighters, or 195 of all of those carrier fighters, which we'll just burn through and get rid of. We'll have 300 tactical bombers. That should be more than enough to take care of that. But if we engage war with them, we're also going to have to fight... probably at the very least, we'll have to fight the Dutch. So let's worry about them as well. So we'll add, let's see. Add the fighters. We'll add 300 fighters. Oh, okay. Fuck. Where'd you go? $300 fighters, thank you very much. Okay, and then we'll also supplement you. The fighters are just to keep the air clear. They don't really do much, and I don't know what their actually, I should check what their air force is like. Go away. Hang on. Let's see. What is your air force like? Details. Okay, they've got like 12 planes, so maybe that's a little overkill. Let's trash that wing. We'll send. Let's see. We'll just send some of these random like mix of fighters. I don't know where all these things came from. I'm guessing again they're captured fighters. So we'll give you all the random ones, so it's a little less than 100. That's more than okay. And maybe we'll just burn through some of that stuff. So you'll do that, and then we'll add a wing of 200 close air support just to help us bomb the shit out of them as we work forward. Okay, that's good. And then let's see, where else are we going to have trouble? Czechoslovakia. Probably... this one can hold 1,600, so maybe we'll throw the rest of our planes here. And they can help... well, we don't really have much left. So we only have basically like naval bombers left and a handful of close air support. Well, you know what we'll do then? Let's create another wing. Where should we create it? We'll create it here, because I think that can probably cover both of these seas. We're going to throw naval bombers. There's going to be 300 naval bombers there. Good. And then we'll also throw the carrier naval bombers. And then your job will be to... oh, I'll have to wait till they deploy before I can give them orders. God damn it. Okay. So you can guard that, and you can guard that. They can't quite cover that, but that's fine. Actually, maybe I should send you over here. Coming, coming, go, go, go. Hurry up. There we go. Okay, so you'll guard these seas against ships and I guess potentially port strikes. You will guard these seas, ships and potentially port strikes. I won't give them fighter support right now. We'll see how it goes. They can just fly missions. I know they're going to take some attrition just from doing practice missions, but I don't really give a shit. And then the close air support will fly over the Benelux region. So close air support, do that. I don't want to blow up any infrastructure, so that's good. So those guys are good. And then I've got a bunch of planes here. You can fly missions. So it's Western and Eastern Poland. I guess Western Poland makes more sense. That. Don't bomb the infrastructure. We're going to need that. And I guess that's it. This is all of our planes. We need to maybe ramp up our plane production. Especially if we're going to be fighting on multiple fronts. We might need it. We don't have a lot of factories yet. So we probably have to take some factories before we can do that. And we're still repairing. Yeah, majority of our shit's actually going into repairing stuff. So maybe we'll just wait for this stuff to repair first. That's probably the best course right now. And we've built a naval base there. So let's send... Is anybody ready to go? There is one guy ready to go. So we're going to create a new division. We're going to give you... I don't know, maybe just some shitty guy with no stats. He's just going to guard Canada for us. Who's going to be put on Canada duty? Walter Model. He's got a fucking monocle. That seems like the perfect guy to handle the Canadian front. So this will be called the Holy Canadian Crusade. And you will be assigned to simply go here. So we'll assign some random guys. We'll have to kind of see what we can do for support. So F4 support. Let's see. So this limits to 3. So I guess that means 3 divisions. I guess we'll find out. We'll send a guy over there and we'll see what it looks like. So I don't want to send too many guys there and end up having them all die of attrition in the cold Canadian north. All right. Actually, you know what? Maybe we'll attach a couple more guys to the Holy Canadian Crusade. Go there. We'll change you to red. That seems appropriate. Okay, so we're still training. A couple more guys. You know what? Fuck it. Let's just attach you as well. 5 divisions. Hopefully you can support 5 divisions. If not, we might have to build some more shit up. Okay, so that's taken care of. Let us see. English muffins, they're good. 10 divisions is probably a little extreme to cover, especially since there's not going to be any resistance here. The only thing I'd be maybe worried about is naval invasions, but I can't imagine we're going to get navally invaded from any of these. Our best defense against naval invasions is anal invasions against our enemies. So let's unassign these 5 dudes. And instead, where do we want to put you? We'll attach you to the polar sausages. Over here. Perfect. Okay. So now, we're defending the Czech border with 48 troops. Don't think that's wise. Let's switch these guys over here. And we'll cover... Delete your orders. We'll cover this border instead. So 24 troops. And I'm going to change these colors so don't confuse the shit out of me. It can be... Do we already have a dark blue? Yeah, we do. Pink is not going to be close enough. Yellow? We don't have a yellow yet. Okay, so you guys will guard that border. Oh yeah, we're doing half and half. Okay, so you delete your orders. And we'll do that. So you just need 24 troops to guard the whole Czech border. On the off chance that the Czech Republic will declare war on us and join the Allies. That would be a real pain in the ass. But definitely a possibility. Modify government. Okay. One last thing to do. Don't want communism. We don't need fascism support. Partisans? Are partisans resistant? I wonder if that would count. We'll just do him. We don't have any resistance yet, but we probably will shortly. And if they count resistance people as partisans, that would be excellent to give them a penalty to killing us. Or rather giving ourselves a bonus to killing them. I don't know. Okay, so 2 more guys. We'll add you to... this one's full. So we'll add you here, I suppose. What did I just do? Oh, fuck. No. In the inside here. That's right. 1 more. Go over here. Perfect. Okay, so they'll be on their merry way. Excellent. We really need to get Rommel a better tank division. We don't have any tanks hanging around, do we? They're just doing stupid things. No. 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 Oh, we do. What the fuck are you doing, Polishes? Why are these guys green? Fuck. I'm sure that was my mistake. Hang on. Go away. Yellow. Schnell division. This is our police. You're not supposed to be doing any fighting, so you go back here. Yellow. Okay, it looks good. This guy has some alpine forces. Where are the mountains? Are there any mountains? Not really. Poland seems pretty goddamn flat. So maybe we can send those guys, once we get the Canadians over here, there's probably mountains in here. So maybe we'll send them over to there. There's more just... I don't know how I goofed this up. Okay, so all you guys, go fucking train. I can't have a bunch of shitty ass untrained idiots when it comes to killing the Poles. Okay, so these guys fucking go train. Everybody's goddamn untrained. Yeah, you know what? Fuck you. Fuck you. Just go there. Yes. Train everybody. Train all the fucking troops. Checkers front. You guys are also all fucked up. I really have no idea how this happened. I must have clicked a button to somehow... Well, the guys that came out, that makes sense. Because when I was in the middle of the war, I probably didn't have them do anything useful. But I don't know how these guys came out as green. It seems strange. I must have clicked something accidentally. Okay, so we're just going to grind some training through all you guys. And then as you guys pop out, we'll reassign you back. That's probably the best... Holy shit, this guy's got a lot of guys. Yeah, we'll reassign you back to your appropriate front. So the Euro Force guys are all good. Maybe in the meantime, we'll pull off these guys, because we don't have to worry about Brussels immediately. So maybe we'll change the Euro Force 1 in. One of you guys can go to the Checkers front and do that. Then Checkers front will delete your orders. Oops, just you, just purple. Because you're pretty weak now. You can guard just that part. I don't know, random. Then you guys can just, what the fuck are you doing? Go. Go! Oh, I didn't delete your orders first. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I yelled at you. Actually, you know what we'll do? We'll do that. And then guard. Oops. Guard. That, everything except the little part over there. Okay, so we'll pull you off. That's fine. I think these guys will be more than enough just to take the Netherlands when that occurs. Construction 2 is done. Okay, let's see. What do we want to build now? I guess we'll go back to concentrated industry. We definitely need those factories to come online very quickly. Don't want to invite Japan to the Allies right now. I don't trust these guys, especially with the Soviets, because if I go into an alliance with the Japanese, there's a good chance the Soviets will then, in the near future, declare war on them, and I don't want to be dragged into war against my will. I'd rather be the one declaring the war first to get the jump on them. That is my plan. Okay, let's see. Who's done? Who's done training? Okay, we got a lot of guys done training. You. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No. 9. Go to the checkers front. Like so. Okay, now we have the full 24, the limit. So Heinz Ketchup is on the checkers front. That's good. Who else is done? Who else is done? Got a couple more guys done. He's doing a good job at training. All those fucking jumping jacks, and deadlifts, doing squats in the, or doing curls in the squat rack, like good Germans. You can go over here. Assign you to that front. Free civilian factories. Okay, it looks like we are getting along. We're gonna have to build some more military factories for sure, but we're getting close to building the maximum infrastructure. So what do I want to look at? Supply. Build some more naval ports there, because that'll bring in more naval supplies. I think that's how it works. If the port is upgraded, it can drag in more supplies. And then once you're done that, because that's almost the most, let's build military factories. We'll shift click here and here and max that out. That's probably going to make sense, I think. Once we take all of this, we're going to have more than enough factories to go around. Okay, so what else do we need to work on? So we do need to work on getting some troops down to Africa. We've got a huge swath of land here that we need to somehow defend. And that'll also... We didn't get this, which sucks, but we have all this. Where's the resources? Oil. I want this oil. And this oil, and this oil, and this oil. We got this oil already. 2. There's only 2 here. I guess we could take it. Saudi Arabia only has 3. But Iraq and Iran have an enormous amount of oil that we're desperately going to need. Holy fuck. Soviets have so much oil down here too. And that would give us another front down here, I suppose. What is this? Chromium? Do we need chromium? Let's take a look at our trade. You know what we should do? So we have a surplus. Let's stop this. Go away. We don't need you anymore. We have an enormous surplus. Enormous surplus. Chromium. Okay. Yeah, we don't need to trade in stuff we already have a huge surplus of. Really, the only thing that we need desperately is oil, because look how many countries we're trading with. And some of these guys are going to be our future enemies. So we need to put a force in Africa to protect and then eventually take South Africa. We have chromium and steel. We don't need that. There's some rubber there. That's good. And we also need a force up here to start preparing against Iraq and Iran. That would be... We need to rack and run the Middle East, I think. It's like rock and roll with a terrible accent. Rack and ran. That's how you say it in German, by the way. Okay, so these guys are still training. That's good. Manpower is good. Construction. This will take some time, but that's okay. We've got 113. I think we got some back. I think we had less than that. So we got some back from canceling those trade deals, which is good. Especially considering some of those trade deals were with our enemies. I think that's just a wise thing to cut out. And let's just make sure. Let's see. Available war goals. So the Czechoslovakia one ends in 41. We have some time for that. And we don't have any other war goals. We cancel all of those. Netherlands is still protecting Sweden. I guess we could probably play some games and waste some of their power, but honestly, they're going to fall so fast. I don't think it makes much of a difference. Okay, national focus. We're done U-boats. I guess we'll go trade interdiction. This is how we're going to declare war. We're going to declare war using this, I think, as opposed to wasting on making our own demands. So we'll do that one. We'll do trade interdiction. Our fleet is enormously sub-heavy, which I like. I like that a lot. So you go... Did I not do convoy escort already? I guess not. Convoy escort on these 3. Oh, I got 2 different fleets going on. Okay, my bad. So I did do that. I'm not crazy. That's fine. We'll double those up. Once we get to a point where we need to maybe go overseas, we'll fix that and get those guys split up. But that's good for now. I think that's more than okay. All right, free civilian factories. Okay, excellent. So what else do we need to build? So the Labrador is still building infrastructure. They're still building the Navy. How are these my Canadian forces doing? They are not suffering from attrition right now. That is good. That is very good. So they can support at least 5. Let's see. 5 out of 5. So I'm at the very limit. So hopefully when I build these ones, it'll up the limit. If I can get at least like, I don't know, 8, 9, between 8 and 10 divisions, I think will be good to defend that. Just sit down on it. And then I'll build an air force or an air base here in order to begin bombing runs in Canada. That would be lovely. But that means we have some ability to shift click. Just keep building up military factories. I think that's really all we're going to need from now on when it comes to the civilian stuff. Because the military factories, we can build fighters and planes, which are the best possible anti-air. Any other civilian factories we need, we're going to take by conquest. And this stuff is building pretty quick because we have so much. Like almost everything's being worked on right now. This one's slightly being worked on with only 2 factories, but 4 different items being worked on at the same time at maximum capacity. Pretty fucking hella good, I would say. Okay. English muffins. Just double checking to make sure I don't have any crazy... Hungary, what the fuck are you doing, Hungary? Okay, they declared war on Romania. Why would they do that? Okay, we're not allied with either of these, but they're both fascist. No, they're fascist. They're non-aligned, but they've got 16%. Oh, if you guys fuck up my plans and get the allies all agitated before I'm ready, I'm going to be really mad. Don't do that, fuckers. I own Europe, goddammit. I own Europe. So they can have their little bush war. Like I give a fuck. Okay, you go to Rommel. More tanks coming out, being trained up. More tanks being trained. They're going to go from being green to having no penalty. That's good. Is there anything else I should be waiting on or looking at? Research is almost done. Trade I got sorted out. We desperately need oil. We're not building any tactical bombers or close air support. We don't have the factories yet, so I'm not going to worry too much about that. A good number of convoys still. And we already fixed up our infantry real good. So combat with 20 with some extra stuff. That's good. And you are okay. Oh, these guys should pop pretty soon. That's good. Ground support integration. What does that mean? Naval, air support. I don't want any of that stuff. What else can I be getting? What I want to play with is some of these support battalions. Field hospital, logistics, or signal. What's the difference? I think that adds extra initiative, supply usage, or trickleback. I guess injured troops that go back. They all seem pretty good. I'm gonna try playing with these because I don't even know what the fuck they would do. But maybe we'll add some of these onto some of our companies and maybe take some of the supply usage off. That might be good because supplies are probably going to be very limited. So we'll do that. Train that. See what happens. Okay, so it's April. We've got a few more months. Advanced machine tools are done. Okay, you can work on then excavation. You need those delicious resources, especially if we're going to conquer the Middle East. And if these guys would hurry the fuck up, it would give us some ability to spread some troops around to those critical theaters. Okay, so one more troop is done. Yeah, I suppose we should send you to the checkers front. It's looking a little thin. Go over there. Okay, I think that's all we have time for. I kind of expected this one and maybe even the next one to be a little bit of just rebuilding as we get prepared. But as soon as we start, I guess in this case, World War III, it's going to be a non-stop assault until, I don't fucking know. Maybe we won't even be able to cancel World War III or finish World War III before the Soviets get involved. Because they typically, I would think, would get involved Like we have like a two-year limit to take care of Europe before the Soviets lose their fucking shit and attack us for all of our vodka supplies. So that's all I got time for now. We're going to take a break, and I will see you guys all in the next one. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and thank you so much.